before we move on to the story, I have one last thing that I want to do. In the Forest Haven, just past the Deku Tree, if you enter this room, you are going to run into Hollow, which is one of the only two Koroks left on the island, along with Makar. So what this guy does is that he is going to make some potions for you of the blue variety, which is awesome. That means that you won't ever need the merchant on Windfall Island for anything. But yeah, he's suggesting that I'm going to need a potion that can replenish magic power if I do have magic power, which I do. So, liar! They're all over the place in the forest. The ingredients, I mean. Yeah, seeds from the flower monsters. These are plentiful. You can get so many on the way here, it's not even funny. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to... No, this is not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to show it to Hollow. I just wanted to release it because we're now long past the point of the game where fairies are obsolete. So, now I have two empty bottles. I'm going to take my Boko Baba seeds. And yeah, this is the ingredient that is going to allow me to get some blue potions. And the good news is, he only needs 4 of them to make a batch of blue potion. And as I said, there are like 5 or 6 just on the way here, so you should never, ever, ever run out of these. Like, ever. So, now we're just gonna have to wait a little while and watch him waddle all over the place while trying to get up there. The transformation from Kokiri to Korok has the side effect of, them being much less competent at walking. So why didn't he just use his leaf propeller to fly there instead of wasting my time at waddling all over the place? So anyway, we now have our blue potion. Now I have another empty bottle, so I'm going to make another one of these. I'm going to do it off screen, though, because, seriously, that is such a waste of time watching him getting up there. I'm not that sadistic, so I'll see you in just a moment. Back to Square G3, Headstone Island. We have been here very early on in this LP, but we haven't, well, not very early on, but I got a piece of heart at the top of the island with a seagull. So once you get that giant block out of the way using the power bracelets, there's a stone slab that's going to teach you a new Wind Waker melody. This is the first melody we're going to learn that's in 6/4. So, yeah, the speed of the song is much greater than anything we've seen thus far, so it's a bit harder to play, but it's not exceptionally hard. You still have just enough time to wave that thing around. So, we have now learned the Earth God's lyric. Now, what it does, we're going to get to that in a little bit. But for now, the stone slab seems to be reacting to us conducting the song. And meet the only Zora in the entire game. This is Laruto, former sage of the Earth Temple. Unfortunately, she cannot fulfill that duty anymore because, as you can see from her ghostly appearance, she is DED dead. So she confirms what the King of Red Lion suspected earlier, namely that Ganondorf caused the Master Sword to lose its power by killing both of the sages whose task it was to power it up. And I don't know if Ganondorf stole her soul. I'm not sure how she's going around in ghostly form, but you know what? Nintendo logic. It's always Nintendo logic. So, we must find the one who carries on her bloodline and who carries this instrument. Now, where have we seen this before? I'm not gonna mess around with you. It's Medli. Now, she just told us that Medli is her descendant, which means that, well, actually, I'm going to come back to that later because she's explaining that playing this song in front of Medli will awaken her, and once Medli plays the song, this is when the stone slab is going to go away and open the entrance to the Earth Temple. So I'm going to come back to that train of thought I had earlier on, and I know exactly when I'm going to do so because I'm going to need something to talk about when I reached that point. Now, does the King of Reliance say anything at all? I think he does. No, he doesn't. So I'll go back to Dragon Roost Island. Take 40-something, I guess? I tried recording this part so much, but Dolphin would always crash at the end of this cutscene, so I changed the setting. Hopefully, and I tested it, by the way, and I managed to get by the cutscene just fine, so hopefully we can make it twice in a row. Now, I'm not sure we went to this area of Dragon Roost Island when we first came here, but, well, I just showed you how to get to it from the entrance to the like, indoor area, I guess. So, once you get all the way over here, Medli is busy playing the harp, just to confirm that, yes, she is the one that we are interested in. Prince Komali's been asking her all about your adventures. Well, how would she know? I haven't met her since I left the island. Quill would probably be a better choice to ask, considering he's been stalking me throughout this entire thing. But anyway, oh yeah, how cute. Komali is now infatuated with me. He went from not giving a shit about me, talking to me as a do-nothing loser, and now I am all the shit. But anyway, so, as she's going to say, if I remember, playing the harp is one of her duties as an attendant to Valoo, because maybe it calms him or something. Sure did a whole lot of good when Goma was pulling on its tail, but anyway, when you pull out the Wind Waker, she's going to ask you to conduct her. This is when you play the Earth God's lyric, which, by the way, you may recognize as part of the main theme of the game. Alright, so, I think it's when you have, like, a cutscene within a cutscene that the emulator tends to crash. It was the same thing for the cutscene where I encountered, Jaboon, and when I saved Ariel as well. Oh crap, don't puke! I haven't brought any barf bags! Heroic Link to the rescue! Saving you from concussions since 1986, 87? I have honestly no idea. Probably should have looked it up before saying something like that. And if you didn't recognize the Earth God's lyric as part of the main theme of the game, you probably do now. So, she didn't say a word! She just started playing the Earth God's lyric! Ugh, maybe it's a mistranslation or something, or maybe she was, like, talking telepathically, so we wouldn't hear a thing. But anyway, as Laruto predicted, conducting the Earth God's lyric with Medli will have awakened her as the sage of the Earth Temple. I'm not sure how Komali's grandmother would have known about all this, but oh well, it's fun to pretend. So, we now have to go back to the Earth Temple. Here's Komali. Oh, and the music's playing. That's a good sign, because when Dolphin crashes, that music doesn't start up at all. So I think we're going to be good here. Just changing that setting helped a lot, I think, because otherwise I was never able to get past this point. I even commented this part a few times before saying, you know what, fuck this, I'm not commenting anymore until I find a solution. Now, before we go back to Headstone Island, we're just going to show you a little something interesting. When you pull out the Wind Waker, holy crotch shot, Batman! Rated E for everyone, folks! Anyway, we're going to go to Outset Island since it's the closest warp point to Headstone Island, as you can plainly see. So with that, I'm going to sail over to Headstone Island, and I will see you once we get there. Alright, this is Headstone Island in the distance. As you can see, we can get the treasure here, but we're not going to bother because it's 200 rupees and my wallet is full. That's something that I forgot to mention. I have a full wallet going into the Earth Temple that has quite a bit of money in its inner areas. But anyway, now, by the way, Medli doesn't seem too freaked out that my boat can actually speak because, as I recall, she never saw the King of Reliance speak at all. So, yeah, she seems to really go along with it really well. Anyway, as he's saying, this is sort of a teamwork dungeon here. This is not an escort mission as much as, you know, you and Medli will have to work as a team. You can use the command melody in order to take control of Medli, and you'll be able to use her to fly to get to all kinds of places that Link can't get to. She can also use her harp to, well, not play music, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But yeah, Medli isn't actually completely helpless, which is awesome. This is way better than, oh god, just thinking about it, the escort mission from Skyward Sword, when you have to escort Scrapper through the Elden Volcano. You gotta go through armies of Bokoblins and Moblins and Bokoblin archers that just beat the shit out of it, and then it decides to tank for you against a Moblin, even though you're supposed to be the one doing the tanking and protecting him. And sorry about that, I just got carried away. Anyway, this is not the only Stone Slab that we're going to see in this dungeon, but Medli playing the Earth God's lyric with the harp will cause them all to crumble into nothingness, just like that. And now we have them walking side by side. You might imagine why. It's just to highlight the real superpower of teamwork! Anyway, I think this is supposed to be a pretty long fall, because now we're supposed to be all the way back in Hyrule, whereas we were on the mountaintops earlier on. Now, to get through that first room, simply pick up Medli, and she's going to carry you like this. Now, you want to pick her up again before going through the door, otherwise you're just going to forget it. You're just going to leave her in that previous room. So, we got some fighting to do in this place. Yep, we're going to be seeing a lot more Moblins now that we have the Master Sword, and we're closing in on the end of the game, understandably. One partner that I would probably enjoy having for this part, Maggie, because, you know, she could provide a distraction by having sex with the dungeon monsters while I try to solve the puzzles, and, you know, I just had to bring that up one more time, because sex with Moblins! Jesus! Who thought this was okay? Now, is there another Moblin? I guess I really don't need to burst these pinatas open anymore because my wallet is full, and I think I have full arrows, full bombs as well, full magic, full hearts. So, let me just kill that thing, and then we're going to be able to do the puzzle that will allow us to progress to the next room. So what you're supposed to do now, you're supposed to pick up Medli, then go all the way up these stairs. And oh, thanks for interrupting me, but I think I should try to fly. Well, you already did so in the last room. But yeah, she's actually talking about when you control her with the command melody. So, as I said, you're supposed to get up these stairs and go over to that area, then jump, and she is going to carry you all the way over there to this first pillar. Now there's a second one all the way in the distance, which is where you're supposed to use the command melody in order to get Medli over there. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so we won't be able to do that today, so next time. we're going to finally get into some more dungeon crawling. It was about time!